Hello friends, Stacy Anfinson with your TAR Report market update for April 24th of 2023. What are we going to talk about today? What is going on with Wake County house prices? I'm going to give you the answer already. It depends on where you're located. So we're going to give you some slides that show things are okay, and then give you some slides that show you things are declining in terms of prices. So first slide we've got here. Average list price of new construction listings added during March. You see 2023 is on the right. Goes all the way back to 2016. The March 2023 average list price was up 27% compared to March of 2022. So new home builders optimistic about the prices that they can get. Now this is all listings, average list price of listings with a status change to pending during March. So this is the list price, it's not their closing prices, but remember this is indicative of future closing prices. You can see the metric for March of this year in Wake County is 553,000. That was up 4% compared to March of 2022. Now I've got the average sales price of listings with a status change to close during March. So this is all of them. You look at the right bar, you see March of 2023, 529.8 compared to 527.7. That's up less than 1% compared to March of 2022, but that is still an increase. And if you just notice to the left, look at how far we've come. In 2015, it was 279.2. Now it's up to 529.8. That's pretty amazing. All right, now we've got median sales price of new construction spec listings. This is a subdivision National Home Builder builds in. It's 540 West, which is kind of located in Northeast Raleigh. Look down at the bottom, it says 1Q23 median sales price is up 6% compared to the fourth quarter, yet down 6% compared to 2020, the second quarter of 2022. So here we are at 443. It went down all the way down to 392.5 in the fourth quarter and increased in the first quarter to 415. So that's really what kind of makes my world and your world fun when we're trying to figure out what is going on with prices. Got one more positive slide for you. Now remember that all those slides we're talking about March and previous years, so we really want to figure out what's going on January, February, and March of this year being the first quarter. So there's four metrics I look at. Each of the top line is the average list price of new home listings added to the market. The next line is the average list price of pending listings. The blue line is the average sales price of closed listings, and the green line is the average sales price of resale listings. So each of these metrics were higher in March than they were in January, so we'll view that as positive. One more positive slide for you. Remember that last year, especially coming in out of the second quarter and the third quarter and the fourth quarter, a tremendous amount of price dropping. And if you look at January, we were still at 41% of end of month inventory had a price drop, at least one price drop from list, dropped to 36% in February, and went down to 32% in March. So we'll view that as a positive sign. Sellers are finally understanding what's going on in market conditions. For reference, 53% was the high percentage during last year, and that was in October of 2022. All right, now we have some negative metrics for you. This is the average sales price of resale listings with a status change to close during March. This kind of makes sense. March through June of last year was the peak of price metrics, so it's really no surprise that this metric gets down. It's down 6% compared to March of 2022. But remember, we're at 49, and look where we were in 2021 and going all the way back to 2015. That's almost 2x. Well, it is 2x from where, it's almost 2x of where it was back in 2015. So it's just an amazing run up in house price metrics during that time period. Median sales price of new construction spec listings. The first quarter 2023 median sales price was down 2% compared to the fourth quarter of 2022, and we'll talk about that when we get to the summary. Median sales price per square foot of new construction spec listings was down 4% compared to the fourth quarter. Now, you may not be aware of what the term spec is. That's a new construction term for houses that do not have a buyer. New home builders either sell houses pre-sale out of a model, or they build them without a buyer. They start building them, and hopefully the buyer comes along. What we appraisers love about spec listings that they're exposed to the market. Pre-sale listings are not. Those are essentially cost transactions, but these spec listings are exposed to the market, so there can be price negotiation between those. And that's exactly what we saw when you look at the peak in the second quarter of 2022. The median PPF was $233, went all the way down to $202. All right, let's sum up. We got some bullet points here, so hang with me. We got some positive and negatives here. 4 key metrics for March were higher than January. That's good. Number of listings with at least one price drop from original are falling. 25% of closed March resale listings sold above list price. And that's indicative of a undersupply, and it's a severe undersupply of listings. The months of housing supply based on March closed listings, all listings, is at 1 month. That is indicative of, once again, a severe undersupply of listings. And that is, from an economic standpoint, favorable environment for house price increases. Over here on the right, got the average sales to list price ratio for March closed resale listings at 101%. Once again, that's it's indicative of an undersupply of listings. Back in the heyday, during the second quarter of last year, we were approaching 105 and 106, and higher in some submarkets. Last 2 bullets, national builder corporate directives to cut price in 4Q of last year did not flush all of their inventory. They hoped it did, but it didn't. So the price metrics that the negative ones that we saw during the first quarter were indicative of unsold fourth quarter inventory. However, in some subdivisions, as that slide for 540 West showed, where inventory was depleted, there has been an increase in prices. Now, I know everybody always wants the final bullet here. Everybody wants the easy button statement. Please tell me what's going on with house prices. That's not what I do, and that's typically not what my readers or viewers are looking for. But there is no blanket statement regarding house prices, which applies to all submarkets. We have so many different submarkets in the Raleigh-Durham area, so especially in Wake County, we've got a ton of them. So research the ones you are listing and selling in. Some may still be struggling with house price decreases. In some, there still may be a really, really low supply, if any, inventory, and that's going to be an environment for house price increases. So that's all I've got for now. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the like button. Also, please subscribe to the Tar Report YouTube channel. And if you want information regarding subscriptions to the Tar Report, there's my email address there. So hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.